On the edge of the city, there lived a woman named Mary. Mary is over 60, her husband died young, she has no children, and her life is simple and boring. Her heart was as still as water, indifferent as ice, and the days passed by in loneliness. Mary lives in an old apartment with little contact with the outside world and almost no friends. One day, Mary moved to a new apartment. Although the environment here was good, she found that there was a poor family living next door. It was a single mother, Anna, with 2 children. Mary concluded at first sight that such a family would definitely cause trouble, so she decided to avoid contact with them as much as possible to avoid getting into trouble. However, the more he deliberately avoided it, the more trouble came to his door. One cold night, there was a sudden power outage in the apartment, plunging the entire corridor into darkness. Mary found an old candle and lit it, barely illuminating the small room. Just as she was about to call it a night, she suddenly heard a gentle knock on the door. Her heart tightened, wondering who would come to her at this time. The person knocking on the door was Anna's son, little Tom. Mary planned to pretend not to hear at first, but little Tom kept knocking on the door, and she finally opened it a crack and looked at him coldly. "What's the matter?" she asked stiffly. Little Tom put his hands behind his back and said politely, "Auntie, do you have any candles at home?" Mary suddenly felt disgusted and thought, "Poor people are so troublesome, they don't even have candles." She responded impatiently, "No." Just as he was about to close the door, little Tom showed an innocent smile. "I knew your home must not have one." After saying that, he stretched his hands to his chest and handed out a candle. "Mom is afraid that you will live alone. There are no candles, so I specially asked me to bring 2 for you." Mary was stunned, looking at little Tom's innocent face. Her heart was suddenly filled with a warm feeling. She didn't speak, just took the candle silently, and then hugged little Tom gently, tears welling up in her eyes. From that day on, Mary's life changed. She no longer closed herself off, but began to pay attention to and help Anna's family. Whenever she has time, she takes care of the children and helps with housework. She became friends with Anna's family, and gradually her heart warmed again. Once, Mary learned that Anna was busy with work and had no time to take care of her children's studies, so she offered to help with their children's homework. With Mary's help, the 2 children's grades steadily improved and they gradually became more confident. And Mary also found the long-lost happiness in the process. One afternoon in winter, Mary was basking in the sun on the balcony, and Anna brought a bowl of steaming chicken soup. Anna smiled and said, "Mary, thank you for taking care of us during this time. This is the chicken soup I stewed by myself. I hope you like it." Mary took the chicken soup, felt the warmth in her hands, and felt moved in her heart. She looked at Anna and said with a smile, "You are also my family. I used to live alone, but I didn't expect that now that I have you. I know what real warmth is." In this small community, Mary changed from an indifferent old man living alone to a caring community grandma. She and Anna's family took care of each other, relied on each other, and became an integral part of each other. Mary's change also infected those around her. Other residents in the community saw the change in her and became friendlier and more helpful. Everyone began to care about each other, and the whole community was filled with a strong sense of humanity. One warm spring day, the community held a party. Mary was elected a community star in recognition of her contribution to the community. She stood on the stage facing everyone and said with emotion, "Thank you, everyone. In fact, it is you who I should thank. It is you who have allowed me to find the warmth and meaning of life again. Amid the applause, Mary's eyes sparkled with tears again. She understood that the beauty of life comes from sincerity and goodwill between people. It is this sincerity and kindness that makes her heart warm again and makes the entire community more harmonious and beautiful. Mary's story shows us that a kind heart is like a lamp that illuminates and warms a cold heart. Let us all release the kindness and enthusiasm in our hearts. In this way, our world will become more harmonious and beautiful. Thanks for watching.